What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another Teen Mom 2 recap, which aired on Monday, February 25th on MTV. Now, the show starts off with Gracie, Addie, and Aaliyah playing out in the front yard, just having a little sister fun. So, Leah mentioned that she's still having a hard time getting Jeremy more involved in Addie's life. She got a couple of dentist appointments lined up for the girls, and she mentioned that she wants Jason to come along. And I'm like, why do you want to invite him to your kids' medical appointments? You haven't been with him that long enough to involve him in something so private, dealing with your girls. That's just my opinion. So Barbara and Janelle go out to a yoga class, and Janelle says that she just hopes to gain a little workout along with some peace of mind. Janelle also mentions that she has court coming up, and Barbara says that it just all seems like a waste of time and a waste of money. So Chelsea found out that Adam gave up his parental rights of Paisley, and now she's thinking about letting Cole adopt Aubrey to keep Adam from going in and out of Aubrey's life. And Cole said that he would love to, as long as that's what Aubrey wants. And he was saying that, like, if that's what Aubrey is asking for, not Chelsea. So Brianna has finally made it on her way home with Bella from the hospital. And she told Lewis about Bella. And she says the only reply he gave was through text messaging, sending a sad face emoji. I mean, Lewis is such a waste of time. Like, he don't never try to put in the effort to really be there for Bella. It's like he knows that the cameras are rolling, so of course he's going to be on scene for that, so he won't look like an absentee father, which he is. So she said it just seems like that he just doesn't care for her. And her mom said, well, at least Nova had a good time at Devon's house. And, we've come a long way with Devon. I mean, it took him 6 years to get where he is now, to being a father that he needs to be. So maybe there's a little hope that Lewis will change into being that way someday for Bella. So Kel is blowed by the letter she's received in the mail. Apparently, Joe has filed for child support, and he wants over $1,000 a month. She says that he's never asked her for anything like that, as much as they talk, much as he's been over. And then for her to just get hit with this out of the blue, it just really throwed her. And she's just like, ooh, she's just so angry that she just don't want to talk to him. She don't want to see him. She don't want to come into the house trying to hold friendly conversations or holding a baby or none of that. Just stay away from her. And I can honestly say I don't blame Kel for being highly upset by the way that he handled the situation, when he could have easily just come to her without taking it to court. I mean, he took it to court like if he'd already talked to her and she just straight up went against his wishes. But I don't know, but we'll see. So, oh God, I just cannot get ready for Leah's boyfriend, Jason. I mean, this dude act like he's like 20-something years old. And everything about me just disgusts him. Like, he just annoys me. Everything, and that's to say the least. So Corey and Jason, they met for the first time when Leah took the girls to the dentist appointment. And Leah said that they seemed to get along real well. And I'm like, well, what did you think? They were not going to get along? Like they were going to fight inside the dentist office or something? Like, what reason would they not get along? And then Jason mentions that it was an awkward moment for him, because Leah's the mother, Jason's the Corey's the father, and then their kids. And he said he just felt like an outsider, like it just made him feel awkward. And I'm like, oh, I guess so. I mean, to me, it would be awkward for him to be there, even if Corey wasn't at the appointment, for the fact that him and Leah really just met and she's bringing him to her daughter's doctor's appointments. That just don't sit well with me. So Joe tells his side of the story about how much of a hard time he's having keeping good working air conditioning in the house for Isaac when Isaac stays over. He mentions that sometimes Isaac has to sleep in the living room just to feel good air coming in on him so he can sleep comfortable. He also mentioned that he's had to pay child support in the past to Kel, but now it's time for him to get a little bit more help from her, I guess because of the huge income difference. And I mean, we all see how well MTV is taking care of these ladies. I mean, look at Janelle pushing a Range Rover now compared to what she used to drive. So Nathan has arrived to the courthouse, and then he walks out of the courthouse like 3 minutes later because apparently they have changed the court date to March 14th. So I can't wait for the update on that. And I think it said March 14th, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to fact check on that, and then I'll just correct it down below. So Nathan is on the phone with his mom after he left out the courtroom. And she's telling him that it's going to take all three of them as adults to start to kind of learn how to get along for each other for the sake of the children. And then before you know it, it's like Nathan is saying, well, it's not me because I get along with them to the best of my ability. They make it hard for me to get along with them. And I could understand what Nathan is saying. And I truly believe that Janelle and David is making it hard for Nathan. I mean, I know Nathan has done his thing in the past against Janelle and other situations, but I'm pretty certain that David and Janelle makes it hard for Nathan. So before you know it, the phone hangs up on his mom, and the producer walks up and she's like, "Did you just hang the phone up on your mom?" And he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, because it seems like my mom is always giving me negative feedback about myself. Like ever since I was young, she's always done that to me. And I'm not going to allow her to put me in a category with people like Janelle and David." So Chelsea's mom is telling her to take it slow about letting Cole adopt Aubrey because should anything ever happen to Chelsea, Aubrey can be gone forever. And she's meaning with Cole's side of the family. And this is something that Chelsea's never thought of. So she's like, "I'm so confused. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so confused. I'm scared." And I'm like, yeah, you just think you know it all and you just jumping to conclusions with things. Like, just chill out. Oh my God. So Brittany, she told Brianna that she better start using protection. Now, this is like kind of after Brianna was talking to her about, I guess, a new boyfriend and Lewis and how he's just never there. So she's like, "You better start using protection because I'm getting tired of this shit. And or you're going to just end up with another random dad." And it was so funny to me the way she said it. But it was such a real moment at the same time because she tell her like IT is all the time. I mean, one thing about Brianna, she keeps it all the way real. I mean, Brittany. So Kel is pissed at the fact that Joe thinks she makes millions, which is why he thinks that she should be paying him child support. So she's gone to see the lawyer, and the lawyer's going to do an income assignment on her so that they can determine how much she should pay Joe for child support. So back to Jason and Leah. Jason is just trying too hard to please Leah, in my opinion. But no matter how much he do it, I just don't see him sticking around very long. And he keeps saying stuff like, it just seems awkward every time he's around Corey. And it probably is, but I just think that Leah should slow down and kind of try to see where he's coming from when he's giving her these hints and saying that it's kind of awkward. He's probably trying to tell her, I'm not going to be around long because this is just too much for me. So she's also mentioned that she's done with Jeremy, running behind Jeremy so that he can be more involved in Addie's life. So Kel was told that the most that Joe can get from her is $2,300 a month. On top of that, he wants back 9 months back child support. The lawyer also said that they have to go to mediation, like this mandatory that they go to mediation. They can't work their way around it. Kel said that the fact that he wants back child support only proves that he's looking for a payday. And it doesn't have anything to do with Isaac. And I'm like, wow. I can see where she's coming from about that part, but only if she don't have the money to spare. Obviously, she does. I mean, since the request wasn't automatically denied. So Brianna has filed child support online against Lewis. And she's like, obviously, it's not about the money because we have enough money to support the kids. But it's the principle in it all. So Chelsea told Aubrey about Paisley's stepdad adopting her, and she asked her if she wants Cole to adopt her. And then Aubrey was like, does that mean my dad won't be my dad anymore? And she was like, yeah. And it was like a sad moment for her. And she was like, well, no, I don't want to do that. And then Randy is like, and yeah, and don't force her to do it. You shouldn't do it. And so this is when Chelsea kind of threw me off by saying, well, it kind of also made Cole sad. And I'm like, well, no, because it seems like you're pushing for this more than Cole wants it. Like, Cole will do it. He doesn't have a problem doing it if it really just comes to that. But it's like more of Chelsea pushing this issue. Like, just let things fall into place and, let the chips fall where they may. But don't push the issue on something like this. Like, give it some time. And I'm in full agreement with Randy when he said, just, time will tell. Let her just come to that decision if she wants Cole to adopt her. But don't kind of force her into making a decision like that. Like, that's a child. Don't put that in her head right now. Give it some time. And so Cole is in the background like, yeah, because I don't want her to be sad. And I think he was saying he don't want her to be sad. Like, I'm taking you away from your real dad. Like, that's what I gathered from Cole's response to it all. I don't think Cole will be sad if he can't adopt Aubrey right away. This is all Chelsea's doing, just kind of pushing the issue. Like I say, like, just let things work itself out. It's not like she's in need of a dad. Cole is like shown so many times on these episodes that he's like the perfect stepfather. Like, she doesn't need anything more. She got a loving stepfather, a loving mother, loving grandparents. I mean, she's a happy little girl. I don't think she really even think about Adam as much as Chelsea is pushing it up, and MTV and the cameras and all of this meeting up for visitation with Adam. Other than that, I don't think that child will really be caring one way or the other if she see her dad or not, because she's a happy little girl. And so I agree with Randy about that, because Randy gave Chelsea a face like, why would Cole be sad? Like, this is not about Cole, it's about Aubrey. It's all about Aubrey right now and the best interest for your child. So stop pushing the issue. And Chelsea really needs to back off a little bit with this. Like I say, she's well taken care of. She's not missing out on anything. She's loved. And that's all that matters. So that was pretty much it, you guys. That end the episode for tonight. If you all enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching. And I'll talk to you soon.